Welcome to another board game review. I'm the Cardboard Stacker, and this time we're going to take a look at Kabuki. In Kabuki, you are giving masks to actors. What you don't want to do is give an actor a matching mask that they already have. In the beginning of the game, players receive 4 or 5 tokens depending on the number of players playing. Set up the 4 actor cards in a reachable space and shuffle the deck of masks. One player will begin and play continues clockwise. On a player's turn, they will draw and reveal a card. Then the player will put that card on one of the 4 piles. The game goes on until one player believes the card just played has at least one match in the pile it was played on. If a player thinks so, then he or she will say stop. Play is interrupted and the pile will be checked. If there is one or more masks that matches the one on top, then that player who played that card pays the player with VP chips equal to the number of matching masks. If the call out was on, say, a purple mask and 2 more matches were in the deck, that player will pay 3 coins. Please note that while there are different color masks, only masks that exactly match applies. In addition, the rule applies to the top mask, not to any other matching masks found within the pile. If there weren't any matching masks, then the player who called it pays 1 VP to the player who played the last card. Then the masks are restacked into the same pile and play resumes with the next player. The round will end in one of 2 ways: if one player loses his or her last token, or when the last mask card is played. Players add up their tokens, which is added to later rounds. The game is reset with all the mask cards shuffled and VP chips redistributed to all players. Games are played in 3 rounds, and the player with the highest score at the end is the winner of Kabuki. Kabuki is part of the small box games from Yellow, and as for the components, the quality is great. I don't know why the cards are circular, but the only reason I think they are is because it's easy to place them onto the piles from anywhere a player is sitting. Going off the English rules, the game is explained well. The art is very good, and the way the masks are designed is interesting. You can't tell them apart, but they can get a little confusing during gameplay. Kabuki is just a memory game, but don't look away even if you don't like memory games. The game is short, and memory games are good for you. Speaking of short, the game is a good filler because it only deals with cards and a few tokens. I'm a bit perplexed on why Kabuki and Kabuki masks. I don't believe they wore masks in the theater, but Kabuki actors did wear makeup. If anyone has any insights on this, I would like to know. Kabuki is a fun little game that makes a great filler. I think you should not be bothered by the fact it is a memory game, but try to have fun with it. This is the Cardboard Stacker, and keep on stacking games.